Hello everybody and welcome back to Driversroom Festival of Speed Season 5. We are here with round 2 at Lake Maggiore circuit in Italy. Let's quickly go down the grid order of today's race. In first position we have Cartman Reviser. He has put his car on pole and who knows, maybe he will run away with today's race, maybe he won't. Because next lined up to him is Lex. Then in third place we have Awesome Alex. In fourth place we have Captain O'Reilly. At least I think it's Captain CPT, I don't know. Then in fifth position we have RJ Cool. Then in sixth we have Flappy. In seventh we have Manginho. And in eighth we have Mjar Mercer. Then in ninth we have John William Megan. In 10th we have Vlaev. In 11th we have Murkov. Then in 12th we have GTO. And last but not least we have MS Too Fast. That is your lineup of today. Let's see how this race went. They are revving their engines and we're off for the second race of this season. Carmen gets a good start, but Lex doesn't get a great one as there's a bit of a weird camera view. There we see into the first corner. Cartman holds the lead with Awesome Alex now in second place. Lex is down in third. Then we have O'Reilly in fourth and Flappy in fifth place. They are going 3 wide into turn 2, I believe it is. No, 3, excuse me. Then onto the straight they go. It is still Cartman who leads with Awesome Alex in second place. Then Lex behind is now in third place. Although Lex is looking to go down the inside of Alex maybe. He will slot in behind Alex as Alex does have to adjust his line slightly due to the entry line he had into that twisty section of the circuit. But he hasn't lost a position. Then behind we see they're all scrambling for positions. And now we see Murkov in 9th position. Going down into Big Banky Boy for the first time of what I assume a lot tonight. And then we see in last MS Too Fast for You. Well, in this case he is the slowest of them all. For now at least. We will see if he can climb back up. Back at the front we see that Awesome Alex and Lex are still fighting it out. Into the last turn. You can get on the power earlier than you might suspect. Awesome Alex getting a bit on the grass, but it didn't cost him that much time. Is Lex going to move himself up into second place? No, he is not. Awesome Alex will hold second position for a little longer. Here we see in the famous 6th position we see Mjar Mercer, who is looking to go down the inside of Flappy. but Flappy closes the door and Mercer can't get past. Onto the straight with a bit of slipstream. He might be looking to go for the move, although not this time around. We will have to see if he gets a good exit or not. You almost certainly can't overtake around this twisty part of the circuit, which is sector 2. And going slightly offline can lose you heaps of time, but they all go through it cleanly. As Lex and Awesome Alex have now a drag race to Big Banky Boy, and Lex is coming out on top. You can just see these cars are slightly way different than the NSXs of last season. As down that straight, Lex was almost maxing out, almost redlining it in 6th gear. As we saw Alex having it interesting line through the banked corner. It didn't result in him getting a penalty, but the next time he does something like that, he might get one. Cartman is pulling away in front now, and he will leave the battlefield behind because Lex and Awesome Alex are still battling it out. Is Awesome Alex looking to go down the inside? Yes, he is down the inside, but it turns into the outside for turn 2. Is he gonna brave it around? Looks like it. Is he still hanging in there for turn 3? Yes, giving a bit of a squeeze to Lex. But Awesome Alex is now back up into 2nd place. You can really cut the corners, although don't go that wide there. It will result in your tires getting a bit dirty and maybe losing some time. But very interesting battle to see with Lex and Alex. Quite similar names, I just realized. With a better drive, Alex comes out in front before they head into the twisty bit. Well, let's see a bit further down the order. We have Vlijf and Mung battling for 8th position. Maybe with a bit of slipstream, Mung can send it down the inside. We'll have to see. Now he's just lifting off. He is awaiting his time, looking for the better option to get past the Vlijf. MS2 Fast has put himself up into 10th position after being in 12th, and Mersov is now in last, so presumably he made a mistake because he was in I believe 9th position last time we checked in on it. And it looks like he has a bit of rain on his screen, seeing that the windscreen wipers are on. Oh, and Awesome Alex has picked up a 1.5 second penalty, same as RJ Cool. He has also picked up himself a 1 second penalty. Let's see if Mung can stay in front of Vlijf into turn 1. Yes, he can. And now Mung is already looking at the back of RJ Cool, so if Mung can put a car between him and Vlijf, that would be great for him. O'Reilly seems to have about the same pace as the two guys in front of him. Or maybe a little less, but due to the battling of those guys in front of him, he can still remain in a somewhat close. He can keep the gap as close as possible. Although he is lagging a bit. And behind we can see Vlaev has overtaken RJ Cool and Manginho, both after sector 2. So interesting to see. And Mang is also past RJ Cool. The RJ Cool ghosted because of his penalty, and Mang could face through him. So good to see Mang getting past RJ Cool. But Mang is now again behind Vlaev. So Mang wants to go and overtake Vlaev again, maybe on the main straight. Getting on the power as early as possible to get as much speed as you can. It looks good. He is very close. Is he gonna pull out? Yes, he does. Braking at, I think it's still around the 50-meter board, maybe a bit before that one. And Mang has put himself up into 7th position. Awesome Alex still having that the remains of that 1.5 second penalty. Just seem to can't get rid of it. And Flappy and MJR Mercer are also battling it out for 5th position. At this particular corner you don't want to get too wide on the entry, because if you get one wheel off the circuit you will spin out and lose vital seconds. The Sandit racing team having a what's it called? Yeah, this is proof of my English vocabulary is that great. Simple. Sandit Racing having a simple livery for this season. Whilst the cars like Flappy's one. I don't actually know the team names, so excuse me for that. But the team which in Flappy is running is much more noisy, is maybe what you can call it. But every single livery they run this season is just beautiful. Mang is down in 10th position. He has made a mistake somewhere. He was up in 7th, but he's now down in 10th. Let's have a quick run down through the order as it stands now. We have Cartman in front, then Lex in second, closely followed by Awesome Alex. Awesome Alex here trying to go around the outside maybe. We didn't get a great exit, so he will have to wait for another chance. Then we have O'Reilly from the Honey Badgers in 4th place, Flappy in 5th and Mercer in 6th. Then we have Flyive in 7th, then MS2 Fast for you in 8th, RJ Cool in 9th, Mang Hinyo in 10th, then GTO in 11th, closely followed by John William Megan in 12th. And last but not least, we have Murkoff in 13th place. Mercer got past Flappy on that last straight. He is now up into 5th position. Don't get too wide on that curb. There's a small bit of grass and you will easily lose control of your car when you get on that piece of grass. MS2 Fast has also passed Flyive for 7th position. As we are almost halfway into the race, as we see RJ Cool getting very wide and Mung is the first one to pit. This race we are using the Sport soft tires and maybe also the medium tires. We have to see if somebody opts to use them, but I don't think they will, seeing that the tire wear is really low around here. And Mersov is also in the pits. About the same fuel level, although he just puts a bit more in. I don't think that was really necessary, but we will see. You can push a little harder now, extend those gears a bit more and burn through that fuel. It's quite amazing to see that Lex and Awesome Alex are roughly the same pace around here. Still battling it out, although Lex has got the better drive so far. But on these sport soft tires, even on the soft tires, tire wear is pretty non-existent. So you might be able to go with a no stopper. Although, especially in sector 2 where you really need that tire grip, you might want to have some grippier front tires. As we see Flyive, he was looking for the move but didn't go for it this time. He wants to get a good exit out of the penultimate corner. So in the last corner he can get a good drive, get into the slipstream and go for a move, maybe down into turn 1. Although seeing from his point of view, he's too far away to do so. Don't overshoot your braking point, because if you do that you will be in big trouble. Interesting to see that Mourinho and Merkel both went for the pit stop and none of the other guys did, so I assume everybody else is going for a no stopper. Although having said that, John William Megan and John William Megan has pitted and GTO is now in 10th position. He is the last of the guys who are on the old tires. The rest of the guys behind him are on the newer sport soft tires. RJ Cool hasn't had a very good run in the last couple of laps. Seeing that he has lost touch to Live and MS2 Fast, as GTO goes very wide onto the back straight. You don't want to do that much more. It will lose you important time catching up to some of the guys in front. Seeing that Cartman is going very consistently, doing a 2-minute, low 2-minute 25s now. This lap was his worst so far, so you can see the effect of tire degradation coming to play here. But so far nobody else except for the last 3 guys have gone into the pits yet, so interesting to see the different strategies, although they have caught up to some of the guys in the back. We also saw Alex going a bit wide onto that last straight. He is just wanting to maintain too much speed into that corner, which will see him going wide. And now he has gone wide as well, which will cost him about a couple of tenths, I suppose, as he goes wide again. So Awesome Alex all out of shape, although his tires aren't that bad. MS2 Fast has overtaken Flappy, so Flappy didn't get a good run at last lap or so. Yeah, seeing that last lap from MS2 Fast was 2 seconds quicker than one Flappy had, I suspect Flappy made a mistake of some sorts. And now MS2 Fast is all over the back of John Mercer. So maybe MS2 Fast does have some good pace as he goes down the inside at the last corner. Is he gonna get the drive though? They're side by side, but MS has got the inside, braking at around 80 meters before the corner. Doesn't make it stick though, so MS2 was not so confident on the brakes yet. Maybe it has to do with the new car, but nonetheless he is fighting with John Mercer. That's an achievement in itself, to be fighting with those top guys. But now Flappy has gone himself into the mix as well, as they go 3 wide into this corner after the other straight. MS2 Fast has come out on top, Then we have MJ Mercer and Flappy in 7th. But this fighting they did has caused Flyf to who might be looking to salvage a position or two as well. Flyf and MJ Mercer are on the same team, so maybe some team play will come into action with Mercer holding up Flappy. Flyf was looking for the move down at the Big Banky Boy, or not down, more up. But he backed out of it at the last second. Wasn't going for it, otherwise he would have smashed into the side of Flappy. And here at Driversroom we drive respectfully. So we don't do that. Now back to Cartman. Cartman, his last 2 laps have both been a 2 minute 26. Not so great lap times for him. Might be struggling with the tire wear. In DRFS you can tune your car. So some of the guys might be looking for a tune with more stability, more cornering speed, but others might be looking to go more on the conservative side with less tire wear, so they might be able to fight at the end of the race. Lex now has pulled away from Alex behind. Alex again picking up a penalty. Then we have O'Reilly and MS2 Fast. MS2 Fast is now on a charge. He is going very well. He was in last place at the start of this race. And is now up into 5th position. Then we have Flappy and Mercer. Flappy didn't get a great run out of the twisty section. This will give Mercer the opportunity to get past him. Mercer wants to go around the outside. You can just see redlining the car down that straight. Maybe getting the better drive out of the corner. Big squeeze from Flappy. Not giving any chance of going past there. Mercer has to lift off slightly to not run into the back of Flappy. And Flappy still holds 7th position. But this fighting might cause RJ Cool to catch up, although that is very unlikely in my opinion. But what it sure does is putting Flappy under pressure and going very or wide on the last turn. Now tries to move down the inside, desperate to keep this 7th position. Mercer goes for the cutback and Mercer makes it stick. Well done there, Mercer. Very intelligent play there. Very smart from Mercer to do that. Here we see MS2 Fast fighting it out with O'Reilly, going around the outside of what is turn 5, if I'm not mistaken. And does he make it stick? Yes, he has. So MS2 Fast is really on a charge. Wow, we don't see that from him very often. But this shows that he still got lots of potential. And he's still a very great driver. Everybody in Tier 1 is a great driver, has to be said. Otherwise there won't be a Tier 1. But now Awesome Alex and Lex might be in danger. Although looking at the time, they only have, after this one, they only have 1 lap left. And for some guys in the back, oh, as Awesome Alex goes very wide and slams himself into the barrier. No damage, but he really lost some big time there. He will be under pressure of MS2 Fast behind him. He can feel, Alex can feel his breath in his neck. So close MS2 Fast has gotten to him. So on to the last lap they go. Will be a 13 lap race. And Cartman is still in front, holding strong. Although especially his last lap, 2 minute 27.4. 3 seconds off the pace, or not off the pace, but from his fastest lap. Although it's still by far the fastest, although MS2 Fast is now the fastest car on track with a 2 minute 26.6 at last time round. So very interested to see that. As Mursov finishes the race now in 12th position. We actually lost somebody. I'm not sure who that was. Because we definitely started with 13 runners. We'll have to take a look at that. Cartman is clearly gonna take victory out here today. If he can keep it on the road. But now we look at this three-way battle for 6th position. Vlaev is now in front with Mercer in 8th. So Mercer and Vlaev have actually swapped positions at some point during the race, not intentionally, I suppose. Was there a bit of contact there from Mercer? I don't think so. They still are going in a single file line. Through the last sector they go now. Ooh, it's very tight. It sure is. But we're gonna switch to Cartman Reviser, who is now gonna win the 2nd race of this season. Very well done. Stellar drive. He's shaking it off. Very well done. And then we have Lex in 2nd place. Great battle with Awesome Alex. He is flashing his lights through excitement. Alex does slow down to get rid of the penalty, and that has given MS2 Fast 3rd place and a podium. So from last to a 3rd place podium, very well done. Then O'Reilly is in 5th and Vlaev is in 6th. Flappy is in 7th and MJ Mercer is in 8th, excuse me. Munghinho comes home in 9th place. And RJ Cool is gonna get himself in 10th place. 11th is GTO. That's it for today. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment what you think, who you think is gonna win this season.